Serving up social respite for people living with dementia. Organised by Silverline Memories, the Dementia Cafe in Gosforth is open to all people diagnosed with the disease, a place for them to come once a week with their carers, where there's always a friendly welcome. The gathering every Monday at St Aidan's Church aims to help those with dementia to socialise and keep their minds active, whether that be by chatting, playing games or enjoying a slice of cake. And according to organiser Sandra Hastings, it's a thudding success.
Over time, they're a lot more confident, a lot more relaxed, very comfortable with each other, which is really important. Because we meet weekly, it's familiar, we all get to know each other, they get to know each other, so there's support among the carers as well as the people with the condition. So it's a very relaxed, happy and welcoming group. There's a lot of social isolation and loneliness associated with dementia. There's a lot of misunderstanding about it and a lot of stigma, and a lot of people lose friends. 44% of people who have had a dementia diagnosis have lost friends as a result of that diagnosis. So there's as well as segregation and all the other confusion that is associated with the condition, there's also this awful loneliness, social isolation, and we aim to address some of those issues here. It's very important that people with dementia and their carers have an opportunity to share in activities. So for that brief time, they're not just a carer and somebody who's being looked after, but their husbands and wives, mothers, daughters, sons and daughters. You know, they go back to being the people that they are beyond the condition that they're living with.
Research carried out by Newcastle University has shown that over the next 5 years, the number of people living with dementia is going to increase by a huge 17% to over 39,000 residents. So how important are establishments like this cafe in Gosforth to helping out those living with the disease?
It gives a lot of stimulation, because the one thing the doctors say is for dementia, stimulation is the absolute necessity, because it keeps the brain working, and the more stimulation you get, the better. Exercise, dementia cafes, photographs, any sort of history, because the brain remembers things from a long way back, but the short-term memory is not so good, so these sort of things are very, very good for.
And the work of its volunteers has now been recognised. The centre is one of 2,100 across the country to receive a red plaque in recognition of Comic Relief funding.
Oh, over the moon with that. This year we're supported by Comic Relief from the Comic Relief North East Dementia Fund. I believe in this area there were 88 projects applied for funding, and we were one of only 18 that was successful. So it's been an amazing boost for us. It's meant we've been able to buy some of the equipment that you see people enjoying today. It funds things such as singers, we have entertainers come in, external support as well as our own in-house activities. It's an absolute joy. It doesn't feel like work. I always say that if you love your job, it doesn't feel like work. This does not feel like work. And my volunteers are all so dedicated, and they look forward to it as much as the people who participate do.